our changing world. One of the hugest events in my lifetime was 9/11. On September 11th, 2001, it wasn't just two planes going into the World Trade Center, but there was another one that went into the Pentagon and a fourth one that was brought down by the passengers in Pennsylvania. And this galvanized the entire country to stop any kind of terrorism going on around the world. We would go to war with Iraq, Afghanistan. We would go after any country that even thought about terrorism. And we made a lot of provisions to try to stop terrorism in the future. And so a lot of countries that may have thought that they're our enemy, would now start to get together. I remember a lot of countries, for instance, Yasser Arafat, who was almost a sworn enemy of America. He was the leader of the PLO, Palestinian Liberation Organization, and he sponsored terrorism. He wanted bad things to happen. And after 9/11, he was like, whoa, wait a sec, we have nothing to do with this. He started giving blood to try to help the victims of New York. But everybody started coming together to squash any kind of terrorist actions that would go on that would attack civilians. You attack somebody's military, that's one thing, but to go after their civilians is just not acceptable. It's not something that we want going on in the world. But terrorism wasn't the only thing that we were facing at the turn of the millennium. We also have immigration, where the face of our country is changing. It's looking very different. They're predicting that the European background people are going to be far less. There's going to be many more Latinos and even more Asians and African Americans coming into our country and changing the way that this country looks and possibly even the culture of this country. As we know from the past couple of years, health is a big concern. Any kind of global pandemic can spread over the entire world, as we saw with COVID-19. And we weren't even looking at something like that. We're looking at Ebola, we're looking at polio, smallpox, that we had wiped out, and then now we're looking at Ebola at this time period that this book was made. Of course, now we know about COVID-19 and the challenges that we faced during that time. Also, conservation, water supply. People, especially when this book was written, people were worried that we're going to run out of water, or at least clean water, and that we wouldn't have enough for the amount of people that are on this planet. So we wanted to conserve things, make sure that our resources are usable and abundant so that no one would go without. We'd have protection policies. If you remember Teddy Roosevelt, he wanted to expand the park system, people chopping down forests and not replanting, overfishing, destroying endangered species harms every single one of us. And then the debate over climate change, where what's going to happen to the temperature because of what we're doing with businesses and pollution. We're on this planet together. We need to make sure that we're not harming it.